This is just a warning. If you own a PS3 and have no idea what Flower is about, I urge you that paying the $10 right now and playing the game before watching this review will make your experience with the game that much more memorable. This is the type of game that is much better played knowing absolutely nothing about what you are getting into. You have been warned, and while I am leaving out the story elements of Flower and some of the more startling discoveries that you'll make during the adventure, this video is going to spoil some of the sense of amazement that you're going to get along with playing the game for the first time. Flower is a downloadable game for the PlayStation Network. It costs $10, and basically I went into Flower knowing nothing about it besides an old demonstration video that they showed for it a long time ago. I think it was at E3, and when it was first revealed. And, you know, most people just shrugged it off as some kind of tech demo and, you know, disguised as a game. But the good news is that it's just much more than a tech demo. The game is split into 6 different levels, each of which take anywhere from 10 to 25 minutes to complete. And I know a lot of you are probably going to be hitting the back button on your browser right now because of the length of the game, but you guys gotta trust me, you'll be missing out on one of the best games available for the PlayStation 3. You begin each level as a flower petal, and basically you fly through the wind, gathering more flowers to add to your ever-growing vortex of petals. And all the movement is done entirely with the 6-axis motion control, so you hold the controller like you normally would while you play a game, and then you tilt it left and right to move left and right, and you also tilt it vertically to control your movement up and down. Pressing any button on the controller, that will cause you to gain more speed. And then while releasing the button, that will cause your camera to zoom in closer to your petals, and it goes into sort of like a slow motion type mode, and this allows for some extremely accurate controls, especially useful later in the game. And I assure you guys that I've never played a more accurate tilt control game before. I mean, everything in this game is pinpoint accurate. You can turn on a dime without any problems. And to me, Flower has better controls than any Wii game I have played, and this is the first PS3 game that I believe benefits 100% from the 6-axis controller. As you fly through the levels, it basically plays out like a fly through the rings type of game, only without the rings. Instead, you're soaring over mountains, grass field vistas, and stuff like that, different kind of varied landscapes, which I don't want to spoil because later in the game they get quite interesting. And basically, you're gathering flowers to unlock the next part of the level to advance, you know, going through the stage. And as you collect these flower petals, different music chimes come in to complement, you know, the already calm and relaxing soundtrack. So it kind of plays in like a lot of the music games that are coming out now, where the music is sort of interacting with the game itself depending upon your actions. Some petals, they grant you different effects, such as the pink flowers granting a speed boost, the white ones kind of show you the way to the next target, and the blue, red, and yellow ones, they kind of interact and change the environment in some sort of way. There's also secret green flowers which are hidden throughout each level, and finding them is no simple task, so those of you looking for more replay value, that's something to go back and look for. Visually, it's a showcase for the PlayStation 3's hardware, because as you're flying through the levels and, you know, the grassy fields, the grass looks photorealistic, and it really reacts the way it would in real life and the way you would expect it to. The speeds that you can reach at times, they rival the fastest racing games out there, and all the while I never saw a single hint of slowdown. And the colors are also really lush and vibrant, and they only get better as the game progresses. While I do not really want to mention the story element to Flower, I do assure you that it's a big part to the game's overall experience, and telling you anything more than what I just told you basically, it's going to spoil things for you. So on your first playthrough, you might not really fully grasp the story behind Flower, so I do recommend that you play through it a second time to really appreciate the subtleties that the game presents for you. That's basically Flower. I mean, not convinced? I really don't blame you. I mean, many people are going to be put off by the sheer fact of the name of the game, which is pretty ridiculous. And, you know, it might seem like an overly simplistic and casual game, but that's really because it is. However, you know, video games, they're a form of entertainment, and when we stop being surprised by new ideas and no longer having fun playing games, we as gamers want more, and we wish that games like Flower would come along and present us with, you know, a refreshing and a fun experience. And while Flower might not be the most original game out there, you know, it borrows a lot of ideas from other games, like think Nights into Dreams mixed with some Rez and Okami, and you know, that's really how Flower kind of plays out. But the experience as a whole is really nothing like you've played before, and it's essential for any owners of a PlayStation 3. Buy it now and thank me later, but Flower to me is one of the best games that you can buy on the PlayStation 3. Turn on your PS3s right now and trust me, download this game, support it. I guarantee, I'm almost 100% positive that you are just gonna fall in love with Flower. And my final score for Flower is gonna be a 9.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching, guys.